all external and internal mics. Let the video sync. 3, 2, 1. And it is raining. Turn signals on. So that brings up, as I just passed over a couple of utility covers there. Are you the type of rider that will ride over top of a manhole cover or utility cover, whatever you may want to call them, utility blade, whether it's circular or squared off, like these right down here? Or do you avoid them? Or do you just go, fuck it, I'm going to ride over it? Or do you use them as a little slalom course? Wherever you can anyways, without looking too goofy or getting the ticket. I know some people have no problem just weaving in their own lane and whatnot. I'm a cop magnet, so I try to avoid that type of stuff. Unless I'm in an area where I can see forever, behind and in front. Like I said, I drove for a living for 30 years of my life, and so many times when, if I hadn't had that, listen to my little voice in my head, I would have done, broken the speed limit or whatever it was that particular time, but then I hold off, give it a count to 10 seconds that a cop will go by, or I'll drive by a cop. So my little voice has always saved me from getting tickets unless I ignore it. Alright, well, I'm heading to Best Buy today. I bought a secondary backup battery for my Ring video doorbell. I was under the mistaken impression that the model that I bought got its primary power from the doorbell, original doorbell, DC power, but that was not the case. So got low battery notifications for the video doorbell recently, saying it needs to be recharged, etc. So did a quick couple of minutes of research, which I could have done at the beginning, but it's their higher level, 1 or 2 steps above the one that I bought, that has power delivered through an Ethernet cable. But that was like a $300 plus video doorbell, and the Ring was about 180 or 199 when I bought it. They've got a new model coming out, so the price has probably dropped a little bit. Pretty good product though. And I'm going to be in a little bit of rush hour traffic today, or at least, it is currently 65 degrees and 4:28. It's about 4:30 p.m. West Coast time. So, and this is a very small city, just barely, technically by the definition of what a city is, still qualifies. It's definitely not a town, not a village, not a community. lot of stuff like that in Alaska. We just call them the small towns out in the bush. Bush is what we call out. You may call it sticks or outback or whatever, but we call it the bush. And there's just all kinds of communities and, you know, single family homesteaders, and then what we call villages, which are, as it implies, not quite big enough to be a city. Actually, often quite small, really. I mean, as you would expect, in the middle of nowhere on the coast of Alaska or wherever it might happen to be. And his helmet just got super loud this year. I gotta find my silicone rubber lubricant stuff to rehydrate, or whatever you want to call it. Get the seal limber again. I haven't done that in a couple of years, so it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. And I know a lot of the wind noise that I'm hearing in my ears isn't going to make it into the microphone because it's separated by the internal breath mask of my helmet. But anyway, it's 65 degrees. This jacket's doing great, and then been wearing the riding pants as well when I go out. So I can say both of them are definitely very good. As far as urban type commuter in Oregon here. Oops. Got distracted by the clouds up there, up above the trees. And a nice little 3D tunnel effect I'll be using here, so you can enjoy it. Enjoy it, damn it! Whether you like it or not, enjoy it. I'm trying very hard not to go, you know, like I have done in other videos, go crazy with the you know, the camera views and stuff on the 360 camera here. I know some people get disoriented and some people it just annoys them in the brain. Can't handle it or whatever. Instead of just dissecting it, adjusting your brain. But I get it, you know, and sometimes they do look cheesy. Sometimes they look really good, but it's definitely a fine art trying to find, you know, where the cutoff is between cheesy and no love. Universal Japanese Motorcycle, UJM, that's what they used to call them. Which I guess kind of what we call the nakeds now, right? Although in my opinion, this type of bike here, if you want to call it a dual sport or whatever, which it kind of basically is, it's a big dual sport. This is more of a universal use motorcycle, whereas a universal Japanese motorcycle is basically just an unfaired Japanese motorcycle that was reliable and had all the good traits of every Japanese bike. 8 p.m., so I got plenty of time to get there. I'll get there just in time to get it and head back out of 5 p.m. rush hour traffic. That's okay. Traffic is as traffic does. Yeah, so back on topic here. Yeah, leave your comment below there if you're a rider. Do you avoid these utility plates, the metal covers in the road here, or do you just go over them, or do you slalom around them when opportunity presents itself, or do you just don't even pay attention? Gotta pay attention, especially around corners. I mean, you know, especially in the wet. But as far as a straight line, I do all of the above, depending on situation. Sometimes I'll go over them. Most of the time I'll actually avoid them, just because Murphy's Law says that 9 million times people will ride over it on a motorcycle and nothing will be wrong with it, but I'll be the stupid sap that rides over it the one time where it's off kilter or whatever's wrong with it, and you know the front end gets sucked in and I go over the front of the bars and end up paralyzed from the neck down. It's like the movie Pancho Villa, where Cheech says, "Hey man, I'm not afraid of falling. I'm afraid of falling, breaking my neck, and becoming a paraplegic." Anyways, I'm gonna be cutting out probably a lot of this.